Oh, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. What's up? What's up? How's everybody doing? Welcome to another, I don't know. What is this? I don't know what it's going to be, but welcome to a lovely, absolutely fantastic Thunderbird live development streaming, live coding, live designing, live everything. I haven't done these in a while, and in the past, was primarily focused on just designing and development, but I got an idea. I got a little tiny idea the other day. As we grow at Thunderbird, I don't know if you know, but as of last month, I think we're like 42 in total. Last year we were like around 20 people. Right now we're 42. So we're growing at Thunderbird. We're making the product more stable. We're gaining users. All these beautiful things. But as we grow, we start to put things into place, like processes and workflows and all these beautiful, absolutely beautiful and terrible things in order to make a company work better. Because when you grow and you scale, you cannot just continue doing what you do every 20 seconds or whatever. Sorry, I got distracted. 42? Stop the counter. What is 42? Oh my god, I'm getting distracted by the chat. Of course I'm getting distracted by the chat. I'm gonna read the chat in a bit. Let me finish my intro. Folks, please don't distract me. Let me finish my intro, then I'm gonna read the chat. Okay, what I was trying to say is that as we grow in a company, we need to put processes and workflows in place and make sure that things work as smoothly as possible and people are aligned, objectives are aligned, and the more people you add to the mix, the more complicated it gets. So we needed to put some rules into place. These rules, unfortunately, are not super well defined and designed to accept the openness of what Thunderbird is, like the open process, the open source nature, and all this stuff. Like in project management, program management, and all those type of things, there's never a point whenever you try to study any of those, there's never a point that say, and then you should share this with your community, or at this stage, you should do it in the open. So we found ourselves sometimes, and I'm the first one to admit this fault, we find ourselves sometimes in just doing things not in the open, just making some decisions on the spot, or having some meetings amongst the lead engineers and among the managers and the designers, and then we just get to work right away. We don't share it before with the community. We don't ask for feedback. We do it, but sometimes after the fact. So my objective, one of my primary objectives this year, is to completely change this and get into a habit of doing an open process from the get-go, from the first point of ideation of whatever project, milestone, objective, whatever, and share everything out in the open. Our source code is completely open, so there's really no limitation or no downside in not doing everything in the open. So this is the objective of this live streaming. If you read the description or the title, what I want to do, I want to implement a new feature inside Thunderbird, the customizable shortcut. We're going to get into what is this feature and what does it mean and how we're going to do all this stuff throughout these live streamings. But the caveat is that I'm not going to work on these other than during the live streaming. So I'm gonna try to do this live streaming every Friday at the same time for 2 hours and just work on this. So we're gonna start from the ideation, writing the scope of work, defining the task, then doing wireframes, then doing the design and sharing everything. You're gonna see throughout this process also the review process that we do internally, because whenever we have an idea or whenever we do a prototype or a wireframe, then we send it to the design manager, the engineering manager, or myself for approval or for review. So I'm gonna show you also this. Of course, you're not gonna see other people doing this stuff, but we're gonna see, hopefully next week after whatever we produce today, we're gonna check the reviews and the feedback that we get from what we built today, and then we're gonna move forward. The objective is to actually implement this feature and code it and cover it with tests and then release it into Thunderbird whenever it's ready. So this is the overall objective and goal of this thing. So the chat is, oh nice, a lot of people. So let me read a bunch of things. Florida Punk Archivist, I love what's up, dude? What's your favorite gaming system? That's a very random question. Steam Deck, potentially. Yeah. Yeah, I think a Steam Deck is my favorite gaming system. Hey, Monica, hello. Of course, as usual, now I'm getting, like, the majority of the people in this chat are my colleagues and co-workers, so this is gonna be very uncomfortable because they can call me out on my bullshit. Whenever I do something or say something, we actually do this, they can reply, no, it's not true, don't lie. So yeah, this is very uncomfortable. Dramen switch to the main account. Muzaffar, alrighty. Yes, sir. Hello. Thank you. The paddle pick. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I have them here, Monica. I stole a couple of paddles from Modsweek, so sometimes I'm gonna use it. If it's something good, I'm gonna do this. If it's something bad, I'm gonna do this. But we'll see. I don't know. Sometimes just slap myself in the head when I do something wrong. But let's not talk about that. Danny 42, stop the counter. What does he mean? Oh, Left Mouse Cat, hello. It's good to see you. Oh, Sarah, hi. Thank you for becoming a member of my channel. This is okay. You don't have to do it. It's fine. Like, my content is not that great, so it's all right. Is it exciting? I hope it is exciting. Muzaffar, am I pronouncing your name correctly? I'm sorry if I'm not. Apologies. I'm Italian, so I don't know how to pronounce anything other than Italian names. And I fail at those also sometimes. But do you use OKRs in your company as a framework? Not really. We use KPIs. We started using KPIs at the end of last year. Throughout those KPIs, then we split them into programs requirements, and each program comes with milestones, and then the milestone they have tasks. We started a few months ago getting into a habit of doing sprints. Before it was very like unstructured, like we know that we need to do something, let's do it. How long it takes, who knows, doesn't matter. But yeah, we need to do get a little bit faster. We contribute as well. Okay, Monica says this is gonna be awesome. Okay, Alex knows that some of us will take extraordinary appreciation and say it is wrong. Yes, I wouldn't expect anything less from you. Please be brutal, be honest. Hey, this is the nature of the open, right? Yay. Sarah already has a snack. This is gonna be a train wreck. I don't know if you are prepared for this, but this is absolutely in structure. So thank you, Sol. You are very kind. But okay, let's get started. So first of all, I'm gonna take a sip of coffee because of course yesterday I had music rehearsal, so I sang and I obliterated my voice as usual because I'm done that way. Okay, first of all, let's talk about the idea. The ideation is customizable shortcut. I think it's pretty self-explanatory, but customizable shortcuts are a way for users to actually customize the shortcuts that we offer in an application. Thunderbird has no concept whatsoever of customizable shortcuts. The way the shortcuts are implemented in Thunderbird, it's the same way that are implemented in Firefox. Are most of the times that are hard-coded with a Zool property. I don't remember the Zool name of that property. I'm gonna find it later, but it's not necessary to know it right now. But is something that is extremely difficult to make it customizable, because it's something that you hard code and then the compiler builds the code and it's just stuck there. There's no concept of changing shortcuts at runtime. There's no concept of adapting shortcuts with user preference. There's no a single source of truth, like a global database or something, like a place where all the shortcuts are listed. There's none of that. Every page, every tab, every space, it's its own custom shortcuts. That's why sometimes like Control N or Command N, if you're on Mac, it just triggers a new message on the Mail tab, or a new event on the Calendar tab, or a new task in the Task tab, all these things. It's not because the Command N is a global shortcut that recognizes the context in where you are. It's just because that shortcut is implemented manually in every single place. It's absolutely a nightmare. Thunderbird has a lot of shortcuts, and as a productivity tool, as a communication and organizational tool, it needs to better adapt to the user needs. And we also have some issues of some shortcuts are in direct conflict with some operating systems. Sometimes macOS, if you activate the accessibility features on macOS, there are some specific shortcuts that override the shortcuts that we define in Thunderbird. We have some issues with KDE, sometimes like KRunner or other things that they override the shortcuts of Thunderbird. So instead of us trying to fix and tweak per operating system and try to make it compatible with everything, why don't we offer the ability to the user to, okay, this shortcut doesn't work, just change it, make it your own, change it to whatever shortcut you want. And yeah, this is a very powerful feature. So, okay, more comments in the chat. Yes, leftmost cat, thank you for ensuring there is a train wreck. Muzaffar, how's your dog? My dog is fine. He's just sleeping there. I walked him 1 hour this morning, so he doesn't care that I'm talking. Mandeep, thank you so much. Yeah, one request: please make a series on develop e-commerce theme from scratch in WordPress. I'll see if I want to. Building e-commerce in WordPress is the least exciting thing ever. But yeah. For the devs in the room, Danny shared, there's a main file in Firefox. Go to site, yes. Browser sets, yes, exactly. Yeah, let me share my screen. Okay, so this is what Danny shared. Yes, this is how it's done currently in Firefox a little bit. This is an include file that I hold the Zool command. And the command set are ID commands, and then the commands are connected to a specific keyboard, command key, and it does something. And sometimes you can see like we have some building conditional, like if it's nightly, we do some specific command. If we're on macOS, we do other commands. Maybe I should zoom in a little bit so it's easier. But yeah, so it's very static and it's very fixed, and customizing this is pretty much impossible. I might be wrong, I don't know. Probably the Firefox developers, they have something in mind, but yeah, I hate this so much. This is kind of like, it's powerful, it's useful, but it's so restrictive. I don't want to do it. So I want to implement something better, which is probably not going to be better, but we will try. So welcome to the process of implementing something new in Thunderbird. The first thing comes with an idea, and this is already what I explained to you, just the ideation of why we want to do something, what are the problems that we're trying to solve. Instead of just get to work right away, we need to write things down, validate our assumption, and then share these with the engineering managers and the design manager and all these, like the parties and the the stakeholders involved, which are like developers of the people that are going to work on it. So the first thing that we do is we want to write a scope of work. And whenever we need to write a scope of work, we have a template ready, and you can see this big red mark. Don't edit this template, just duplicate it. So I'm gonna just copy all this template, and we're gonna see together what it is and how we use it. So first of all, let's start with the project name, scope of work. So it's customizable shortcut. As usual, at the beginning of every process or every project, things are very manual and slow, and this is gonna be absolutely dreadful to watch. It's not gonna be exciting. Let's try to go through this very fast in the first half an hour so we can jump into wireframes and design prototypes right away. It can get a little bit more exciting, but let's say also just a heads up, I made this file completely public. Anyone with the link can view this. So at the end of this, I'm gonna put this link into my blog post or into the description of this video so you can click and access it and read it. Okay, I wanna implement customizable shortcuts, plural. Deadline, this is a very interesting problem here, because if we were kinda on our own, we would scope this work, write down some assumptions on deliverables and how long it takes to do something, and then we would have our deadline around, I don't know, like probably a month or two or things like that. Since I'm gonna work on this only 2 hours a week during the live streaming, I'm gonna be very slow. So I'm gonna put like a tentative deadline around let's do the 13th of December. This is probably, we're not gonna respect this, so we're already failing at following the process. Yeah, Kelly Kelly's here. Kelly is our project manager, and she's not gonna be happy about all the liberties that I'm gonna take in this file, because yay, she's the one that's trying to tell us you need to follow a process, and we're like, no, but we don't like this. Anyway, let's get, so the objective, describe the objective and intention of the project implementation, include like some user and business requirements, all this stuff. Basically what we just talked about, all the overview. So the objective of this implementation is to add the capability of customizing keyboard shortcuts inside Thunderbird desktop client. We need to specify this because we have an Android client, and we also have web services and blah blah blah, all these beautiful things. So it's better to be thorough. Desktop client, capability of customizing shortcuts inside Thunderbird desktop client. Currently, keyboard shortcuts are hard-coded into XHTML files via the Zool command key, or directly in JavaScript, or directly in JavaScript. It's not possible to customize any of those shortcuts, and it doesn't currently exist a single source of truth in which all the currently available shortcuts are listed. Problems, let's do something like that. Let's these, make it in H3. Oh no, this is not respecting update normal text too much. Okay, yeah, nice. Problems, let's make it an H3. What are the problems here? The problems is that sometimes, no, without sometimes, OS settings or OS shortcuts might interfere with Thunderbird shortcuts. Other applications, overlays, assistive technologies, etc. might interfere with Thunderbird shortcuts. Users that come from another application might want to retain their muscle memory and customize the application to their needs and expectations. Alrighty. Oh, so many messages. Oh my god, what is happening here? Where do you store client-side data? I can get a pop-up doc cam for future streams. Yeah, Monica. Yeah, I'm gonna grab my dog and just put it in another camera to the side. Yeah, leftmost cat. We have a few different ways of storing client-side data, depending on what it is. This must be local storage, session storage in DB. Yeah. It's a little complicated, but Danny said I don't need documentation. Yes, exactly. Can I start the collab? Tender is old enough that those weren't a part of standard feature. But okay, you're having a conversation with each other, which is fine. It's fine. Alex, will you add conditional shortcuts, like a different view, same shortcut does different things depending on where they are triggered? Yes, Muzafer, absolutely. This is something that is the rules of the road, in scope, out of scope, technical requirements. This is something that we're gonna list here in this document. Hello, Malini. Okay, more Thunderbird people. This is getting super uncomfortable, but it's fine. It's all right. Okay. God damn. If you want a chat, you need a channel. If you create a channel to interact with you, it pushes me off this channel. Wow. Okay. Okay, so this is basically a what is this, like a team meeting done in the open with everyone, but I'm the only one talking, which is, it's gonna be, super uncomfortable. Okay, I'm losing my train of thought. So the problems, any other problems that we're trying to solve? Problems are important to list because problems are thank you, Kelly. Problems are, oh, Laurel, our design manager is here. Fantastic. Okay. Problems are important to know because they help us define the prioritization of a specific feature. It doesn't really matter in this case because I'm doing it anyway. I'm doing it on a Friday on my own during live streaming. But if we have multiple projects or multiple programs, the most impactful one need to be bubbled up as a higher priority. What problems are we trying to solve? We need to capture all the type of problems. So the problems, OS shortcuts, incompatibility with other application, users want to customize their applications. I think that's it. We can add more problems later because, of course, there are always problems. Problems is the thing that we'll never run out of. But other than that, the objective is to implement these to add the capability of customizing keyboard shortcut inside Thunderbird. Let's make these bold because this is our statement. Okay, we can move on. Resources. This is a place where throughout this process we're gonna list the Bugzilla metabug that we opened this, the Figma file, some Notion. When we start tracking things in Notion, I'm gonna show you how we use Notion and it's gonna be used. For now, we don't need to fill it because this is the beginning of the scope of work, so it's totally fine. But this is a document that is gonna be updated throughout all the execution of this program. This is a good source of truth that we maintain, and we use it as, are we respecting the original objective? Are we following through what we need to do? And also at the end of the project, once we ship it, we can use it as a reference. Did we do everything that we were set ourselves to do? So yeah, let's start with the rules of the road. This is a list of pretty much what it's in scope for this implementation, what it's out of scope, because throughout, as if you're a developer or you're a designer, every time you start doing something, then there's a little thing that could become like external or internal. It could come from you or come from someone else. Someone tells you like, what about this? Did you think about that? Oh, like, why don't we do it this way instead? So this is a way for us to safeguard our objective and direction and keep our scope narrow, because we are already trying to consider all the different possibility, all the different aspects of things. And when someone said like, what about this? Oh, we wrote it already and it's out of scope because of this reason. So try to keep things in check. So in scope right now, in scope, what it is in scope is create Y32, create a single place where all the shortcuts are stored. Database, local storage, something else, I don't know. In scope, it's also, oh wow, this is some IaaS 1.5. Okay, why it's 1.5? Let me shrink this down a little bit. No, this is too much. Whoa. Single. Wow, this font has some huge spacing. So create a single place where all the shortcuts are stored, and feel free to suggest things in the chat, like whenever something comes to mind. This is the moment where you let your imagination go wild and try to define all these things that we want to define. Create a single place where all the shortcuts are stored. Create a single view for the users to search and inspect available shortcuts. Shortcuts. Create a shortcuts detection in order to allow users saving shortcuts in an easier way. Does it make sense? So this is when you customize a shortcut, something prompt the user to type your shortcut now. So the users can type Control Alt Shift F and then releases, and that gets registered instead of the user just selecting the modifiers and manually typing what type of keys. Like it should be like a detection. How do I decide what is in out of scope? So right now I know I have in mind, of course, and this is normal when one of us, a developer or someone else, decides to implement a feature, we have in the back of our head, we have an expectation of that feature. So what I'm doing right now, I'm writing down my expectation of that feature. And I'm writing that down because once I've done, I share these with all the stakeholders. I share this with the project manager, with other engineering manager, with the tech lead or senior developers, all the other people to validate my assumption. But these are pretty much our assumption of this is what I think is important and this is what I think is not important. So this is the first draft. Create a shortcuts detection. I wanted to add something and I forgot here. Create a single view for the users to search and inspect available shortcuts. Create separate shortcuts by context, tabs, spaces, dialogues, etc. Detect and warn the user if a new custom shortcut is overriding an existing shortcut in the same context. Wow. well, okay, Google. Okay, I don't know how to write, whatever, it's fine. Yeah, Colin, are you building the detection downstream, or you're going to leverage things from MC when it's possible? This is too early to ask this question. We're gonna inspect these in technical requirements, but the technical requirements will happen a little bit down the line. Right now, if we start putting ourselves into what are the technical limitations? How are we coding these? What type of language we're writing? Like, we're just gonna put boundaries and barriers to the objective. First, we need to define what is the product, what type of product we want to ship, and then we're gonna define how do we do it. But first, if we don't have the objective, we start like setting up some technical limitations, and the technical limitations are gonna shape the products. And most of the time, because of our technical debt, we're not gonna do shit because it's too complicated. So yeah, Muzafer says, sounds like you will create an object where you store array of these shortcuts, their configuration. We do, yeah, also this case, like defining object, how do we store it? Like, this is not something that we're doing right now. We can do it later in the technical requirement. Will you display shortcuts in menus like in macOS or Windows? Yes, but that's not in the scope of this. We already display some shortcuts in some menus, but we're not very good at being consistent. That's another project altogether. That could be like a follow-up project of expose all the shortcuts in the UI, but this is only for customizable shortcuts. We're not touching anything else. This needs to be self-contained. We need to be very diligent at what we decide to do and what is the extent of this project. Otherwise, this will bubble up into something that is going to take us 2 years to do. So we need to be very, very thorough and narrow. Okay, what is in scope? Create a single place where all shortcuts are stored. Create a single view for the users to search and inspect available shortcuts. Separate shortcuts by context, tab, spaces, dialog. Create a shortcuts detection in order to allow users to save shortcuts in an easier way, aka type your custom shortcut. Detecting and warning the user of a new custom shortcut if overriding is instructions in context. Is a PG-13 stream? Is it though? I don't know. I'm not good with PG-13. I'm absolutely rated R for ridiculous. That's my rating. Okay. Okay, out of scope. Perfect point, Muzaffar. Display shortcuts in the UI, menus, context menu bar, context menus, etc. We will do this in another project. What else is out of scope? What else we think should be out of scope here? One thing that it could come up, but we don't want to do it because it's not needed. Shortcuts in the UI. Import shortcuts configuration. Actually, do we want to allow users to export and import their shortcuts? No, because this should be, this is in scope. Sync shortcut. Actually, no. It's out of scope. Let's do this out of scope. Import shortcut, import, export shortcuts configuration. Save shortcuts configuration in Thunderbird sync. Stop, leftmost cat. Like, stop showing off your knowledge of languages. when like this is like you're stepping up when you start making fun of me in my native language. This is not acceptable. I don't like this at all. That's fine. I'm not even sure if you can detect if shortcuts already exist in OS level. No, we don't care about the OS level, right? We want this to detect in the same context inside Thunderbird. We want to do something like if the user wants to customize, I don't know, like create a new folder. If they want to have a shortcut for create a new folder and they type Control N in the Mail tab, a warning should say Control N is already used for write a new message. Do you want to override it? Yes or no? And if it overrides it, then we make an empty string for the customized shortcut of new message. So the new message shortcuts is not existent and that gets disabled, which is in scope. Ability to disable existing shortcuts. Empty string, maybe. This is something that we're gonna define later, but this is something that if the user wants to disable a shortcut, we should allow them to do it. So it's customizing a shortcut by disabling it. What else? Anything else come to mind? Out of scope, especially like all the weird, what if we do this? Display shortcuts in the UI. Thank you. Yes, Danny. Ridicolo. Yes. Okay. Okay, I think this is good. Of course, this, as usual, this is the first draft. So these will be expanded, most likely. But we need to start putting things down. And once we're done, we're going to ship it to the stakeholders for review. And then we're going to have like a tiny meeting discussion of, is this good? Is this includes everything? Blah, 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 all this stuff. So for now, it's fine. Like in scope and out of scope are things that I think they make sense. If something else comes to mind, write it in the chat and we can add it. Technical requirements. Okay, technical requirements. We need a database or a local storage. My choice of comfort is SQLite because SQLite is very fast. It's easy. We can access SQLite via Rust, C++, or JavaScript. There's no language limitation there. And also SQLite allows us to do versioning if in the future we want to migrate all shortcuts to the new shortcuts with SQLite. It's just SQL queries. It's so easy. Instead of doing like a JSON file or IndexedDB or plain text, I don't know, whatever weird things. But yeah, I would say let's go SQLite. SQLite is SQLite. And let's list all the things that we just said. Very fast and local light. Oof, my writing skills are deteriorating, so it's almost time to switch to design. Very fast and local light files. Doesn't create language limitations. Can be accessed from anywhere. Supports versioning and migrations. No, we don't. Muzafer, yes, we don't use any third-party libraries or packages. I mean, that's not entirely true. We vendor some specific packages, mostly low-level C++ or Rust packages. Leftmost cat can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think we vendor C++ packages. But yeah, we don't vendor any JavaScript package because those are terrible. Anytime you do some like npm install, then it pulls in some absolutely dreadful dependencies, and it makes absolutely terrible things. We need to be standalone, and all our JavaScript is plain ES6 and above JavaScript. We don't use any other, we don't use TypeScript, or we don't use Vue. There are, in Firefox, there are some components that are written in React, I think, but we don't. We just use plain vanilla JavaScript. It's the most compatible and resilient of it all. So we don't rely on any third-party library for JavaScript. Supports version immigration. Anything else? SQLite doesn't create very fast and local light files. They vendor React and Lit in Firefox. Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's true. We use Storybook also. So Storybook uses Lit, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, for core components, for the actual front end, we don't vendor anything. Yes. Yes. We need a database, a local storage. Another technical requirement, the shortcuts overview should be a singleton that opens anywhere from the main window. What Storybook is, it's kind of important for developers to look at a live design system that, how do I implement this button, or how do I implement this splitter, or like these very, even like simple but also complicated components. It's good to have that component library that you can actually interact with it. Yeah, it's not the best. It's kind of weird the way that you build things, but it's necessary for us. What are the requirements that you folks wrote before? Conditional shortcut. Yes. Okay, so Muzafer, you said you will create an object where you store an array of the shortcut and their configuration. Yes, that's so instead of the object, we want to do an SQLite database. So we will need to define the database schema. How do we like store the shortcuts? The original shortcuts are there with a description of the shortcuts and the context, and then how do we save the custom shortcuts? But yeah, display shortcuts in menus is out of scope. If and detect shortcut, and if you build the shortcuts from a config file, it won't be to auto import export. Yeah, I mean, with SQLite you can import and export SQLite very easily, but if we add that to the requirement of the scope of these implementation, then we're gonna delay when we ship this. We can do it in a follow-up or in another specific project, like implement, import, export, all this kind of stuff. Figma does it already. We'll obsolete someday. No, Figma sucks for source code. You need to remember that Thunderbird is not like a web page. We cannot use just pure HTML. Like in some occasions we try as much as possible. The Thunderbird relies a lot on like Zool, and we use XHTML. We use custom elements. There's a lot of complexity even in our source code. Figma, what it does, it converts that into pure HTML and CSS, which is 99% of the times is unusable because it doesn't respect our spacing and sizing. Even the simple fact that Figma likes to hardcode font sizes, and our font size is relative to the OS or operating system of the users, we cannot code things with hard-coded font sizes. So that's the bare minimum issue of Figma devs. It's not there at all. I don't know if it will ever be there. For us, for regular web development, yes, absolutely, probably is very powerful, but for us, it doesn't suit our needs. Okay, let's say that this is fine. This is very bare bone. This will get extended the more I talk with our developers. So milestones, this is the point where we start defining what are the primarily what are the points in time where we're gonna land things, and what are the things that we're gonna land. But in general, it's just not from a technical point of view, what type of milestone we want to achieve, and how do we want to split this project into multiple milestones, because we need to keep things as small as possible so they're easy to track and they're easy to achieve. Otherwise, it gets unruly and impossible. So milestones, the first milestone is the wireframe. Wireframes, I'd say 1 day. Then the second milestone is design prototypes. Let's put 3 days. Then the third milestone would be SQL schema definition. This is another 1 day of work. And these times are very, I'm just pulling them out of my ass, basically. But this is an intuition that I have in terms of how long does it take me to create this and to get it approved or reviewed. For the wireframes, it's gonna take me probably an hour to do it. So if I put 1 day, we have other 7 hours. And if I do it today, tomorrow, I can get a quick review and we should be done. Design prototypes, a little bit more complicated. 3 days. SQL schema definition, very simple. Then in terms of implementation, implement the shortcuts manager, connect to SQLite, and implement the shortcuts manager, connect to SQLite. And IO operations. So save, updates, implement the shortcuts UI view. You guys rock. For the time schedule, 1 day wireframes, 3 days for design prototype, design army. No, the trick is that we fail every time we set a timeline. We say it's 1 day, it takes 1 month. So this is a very optimistic expectations here. So yeah, don't get fooled. We're not that good. This is gonna take a little bit more. This milestone is gonna probably take 2 weeks, which is 2 sprints. Implement the shortcuts UI view. This is also gonna take probably 2 weeks. And then we have implement the first 10 customizable shortcuts. Okay, in scope for this is define 10 shortcuts and transition them to using the new customizable implementation. This is something because we have in Thunderbird, as I said, we have like 1,000,001 shortcuts. So if we don't define, let's experiment with a small subset of shortcuts first, like the most obvious one in the mail tab, like create a new message, archive, reply, like the basic ones. We can start with those and then ship this feature. And this feature currently supports only 10 shortcuts on the new mail tab. Then with time, with iterations, we can implement more and more. We can have another sprint or another milestone or another project to transfer all the mail shortcuts into the new customizable interface and things like that. But yeah, this is something very important that I was forgetting. So don't transfer all shortcuts at once, says Autoscope. Yeah, learn from all the historical data we got. Our dates will get better. Yes, yes. Their shortcut is good in my opinion. What? There? Which shortcuts? Their shortcut? What shortcut? Okay, implement the first 10 customizable shortcuts. Also these, let's say, and this is probably 1 week if we have everything there. So, okay. So in here, in these sprints, it's also included testing and QA and all this kind of stuff. So we need to divide these into the tasks. What we want to keep is we're going to keep design, backend, and front-end tasks. We don't need any infrastructure. It means we don't need like a remote server, any remote API or GitHub repository, anything. We don't need a new repository. We don't need services and anything. QA, yes, we're going to keep it. Marcom and support. Support is going to be needed because then this needs to be documented into knowledge base article, and marketing and communication is going to be needed because we will need to write a presentation. We're going to do blog posts and official announcement, all these things. So we're going to keep this, but we are at almost at 1 hour mark of this wonderful live streaming. So yes, VS Code. Yes, Muzaffer. Yes, VS Code has great shortcut system. It uses a JSON store config. Yes, absolutely. So maybe this could be a question. Could be SQLite or JSON. Yeah, that's a good point. VS Code uses JSON to store this. So what are the benefits of using JSON? It's just a text file, super light, just a text file, super light. Writing and reading from it. It's extremely easy. Could be versioned with copied duplicates. Easy to port and move around profiles. Yes, Muzaffer, it's like, yeah, but also an SQLite file, right? Like the SQLite is just a local file, and if you just copy that and put it, like back it up to your cloud or to your server, NAS, whatever, then if Thunderbird detects that you already have that SQLite shortcuts file in there, it's not gonna create a new one, it's just gonna consume it. So both JSON and SQLite, they are a single file. You don't need any of that weird complexity there. But yeah, this is something that I will bring up to tech lead and other developers, and we're gonna deliberate, and then maybe this is a good question for the community. Like this can be turned into an intention to implement, and we share the overview and we ask for feedback, things like that. But yeah. Okay, so one thing that I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna switch to wireframes a little bit. As I said, this is a little bit unstructured. It doesn't follow anything. Like it technically or like practically, I shouldn't start doing any work until this is approved and this is finalized and everything is defined. But yeah, I think this is turning a little bit boring and is the YouTube machine. So I need to entertain a little bit users. Let's do something super simple. So we know that we want a general view that lists all the shortcuts based on the context in which the shortcuts are used and are consumed. So we can start with a very, very simple prototype. And the way that I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna use Penpot. Yay, open source, yay, fantastic. So I play with Penpot a little bit in the past, but I'm not super well versed, so you're gonna see me struggle a lot. I already created a page called wireframes. Oh, let me expand this a little bit so we can gain a little bit of space in here. Yeah, look at this. So first of all, one thing is, how do I hide the UI here? Can I do, no. View, show hide UI, oh, with the boop, nice, okay, perfect. Akira, yes, I should have done this in Akira. Okay, okay, let's start with wireframes. So the first thing that I want to do, I want to create a little note here. Can I do copy this? Hey Adam, oh yeah, are you using Appointment? I'm using Appointment. Everybody in the team probably is using Appointment. It's a good first experience. There are a lot of, like, a few rough edges, but it is an incredibly amazing, wonderful achievement. All the people involved in that are absolutely fantastic, and it's just the beginning. It's gonna be like absolutely a fucking kick-ass project. So I'm so excited about that product. Yeah, if Malini is still around, amazing, just amazing. Also, yeah, Sol and Laurel, that they worked on the design and UX, just amazing, just fantastic, just so much love. Anyway, so let's copy some of the things that we want to do. Okay, let's define the design because I need to define some objective for the design before I start doing some design prototypes. So let's do design here. Wireframes milestone. This is our milestone here. Let me 1.5. Okay, so the wireframes milestone comes with oh, we released a blog post about it. Blog.thunderbird.net. Muzafer. Plan less, do more. Welcome to Thunderbird Appointment. You can sign up for beta and help us test it and do bug reports. So Thunderbird Appointment allows you to create your own schedule and open your schedule as a recurrent availability and share a unique link with people around it, and people can say, I would like to talk to you on this time slot, and then you get a notification. You can say, yes, let's do it, or no, let's not do it. You can automatically connect it to right now only Zoom to automatically generate a Zoom chat, but in the future we're gonna have more services, so you can also use, like, I don't know, Google Meet or maybe Jitsi or whatever. But yeah, it's a scheduling, calendaring, it's a scheduling. So it's a fairly straightforward and useful scheduling system that allows you, especially is a time saver for me, because being a director, I tend to talk with around 15 to 20 people every week. And sometimes my schedule is a mess. So when people ask me, when can we talk to you? I create this and I share, these are my available slots. You just pick one. So yeah, just go there. It's completely free. It's open source. All the source code is in GitHub. You can audit it. Yeah, publicly available on GitHub is everything there. Is Thunderbird Appointment. It's all there. The backend is in Python. The front end is in Vue.js. Got some TypeScript here and there, but it is extremely fast. It's absolutely fantastic. Just give it a try. Yes, this is the first step to Thunderbird being multiple products that are for the users' communication and productivity and organization and integrating things. Of course, we have planned in the future to integrate all the products and make them available inside Thunderbird, but blah, 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 all these beautiful things. But let's get back to our wireframe milestone. What are we planning to wireframes? First of all, what we want to wireframes. We want to wireframe, and Laurel, you can give me a hand here if you want. We want to wireframes the main overview of all shortcuts divided by context. Search shortcuts by name or by shortcut. Customization prompt, warning prompt. UI components will come later when we start doing like a low fidelity. We're gonna extract, especially like in low fidelity, we're gonna use existing components that we have in our design system. This is something that I'm gonna show you. We have them in Figma, but we're exploring Pempot, so I'm gonna, as of using Pempot and just copy paste, but the objective is to have a shared library that we just pull components in, so we don't need to redesign the same thing over and over again, and we just do wireframes, and then if the wireframes have a good user story and usability, then we replace those gray boxes of wireframes with existing components, and we build a UI super quickly, and we keep it consistent. Yay, good stuff. Warning prompts. Anything else that we should design in wireframe? Wireframe milestone 1 day. So this needs to be done all together, all at once. Main overview. Search shortcuts by name. Customization prompt and warning prompts. What do we want here, actually? Let me do something like this. Nope. Let's do... Yeah, Laurel. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, thank you. Shortcut preview. What do you mean with shortcut preview? Customization prompt, right? Like when you type, it shows you what is the shortcut. That should be in the... I'm gonna put some specification here. So in the main overview of all shortcut divided by context, there was something and I wanted to write here. Reset to default. Another thing is show only customized shortcut. This is something that I think VS Code allows you to do, if I'm not wrong. Like just filter them, basically. Show me only those that I customize. Filter. That could be something like that. Whoops. Filter. Shortcut preview. So customization prompt. Shortcut preview based on user input. Search shortcut by name or keyboard shortcut. Yeah. Condition. What do you mean condition? The context, like these shortcuts only works if you have a message selected, that type of thing. Sorry, my wife is texting me, so I need to reply. Do you like the background music? Okay, condition. Yes, so divided by context. So one thing, okay, this is something out of scope. That's a good point. Allow users to write conditions for each shortcut. So the shortcuts that we show are already based on a context. So for example, create a new message only works if you are in the mail tab. Otherwise, it doesn't work. We don't want to, I mean, it would be nice, but that adds a layer of complexity that is very hard to handle. Like allowing user to say, I want Control N to work in this way if I'm in this situation, but if I have a message selected, it does this other way. And if I have the, like, that's kind of like Reaper type of customization. Reaper has a very, very powerful control on customization of shortcuts and condition, things like that, but it's so complicated to use to a point that I started asking myself, like, is this really necessary? Like, how often do I find myself customizing this thing to the bit? Like if we have a general per context thing, and this could be like a second iteration or third iteration. So if I have a shortcut as create new X, X can be anything. Oh, yeah, no, of course. Yeah, no, the action that a shortcut triggers, the actions are hard-coded, they're fixed. Like we offer the actions. We cannot allow users to create their own actions. For example, we don't have a shortcut, I think, right now to create a new draft, whatever, right? Like, I don't know, that's a silly thing. We don't have a shortcut to Control Shift N creates a new draft without opening the composition window. That's a shortcut that we don't have. We don't have the code for that. So this is not something that the user can create. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm confused. I'm gonna share all of these in the mailing list on TB planning. So you could reply to the mailing list with an overview of your idea and suggesting things like that. Maybe it's easier than writing in the chat. Yeah, okay, oh, nice. Yeah. Allow users to write allowing users to write conditions for each shortcut, allowing users to create new triggers. We don't want to create new triggers. We only want to allow users to customize the triggers that we offer. Otherwise, it's just a mess. Yeah, no. What is this? Blech. Yuck. Okay, so I think we're good. Okay, so let's copy this. Does Penpot have? They don't have checkboxes, right? Oh, too bad. Okay, let's write this. Boom. Okay, let's do this. Can I use a checkbox? How would I use this? Yay! Look at this. It doesn't show. It doesn't. I could do square actually. Square. Yeah, nice. Oh, I like it. Okay, so I love these little things. They're absolutely useless. They don't add any value to it. It's just so nice to have. This is inside, right? Boom, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Search shortcuts. Customization prompt. What do we have here? Shortcuts preview based on user input. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And warning prompts. Okay. Oh, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna invite you, Laurel, to this so you can. How do I invite you? No, this is my file. Can I share it? How do I add you to this? I don't know. I don't know. Let me increase this a little bit. Yeah, to 2. Okay, let me do this. Let me open these drafts. Customizable shortcuts. How do I do this? Move to pen bottom board. No. Add to share. Add a share library. Do I need to create a team for that? Your library is empty. Once you add a shared library, the assets you create will be available to use among the rest of your files. Are you sure you want? No, I don't want to do that. How do I invite you to collaborate? This just the link? View mode, comments. Is there any PenPot developer in the chat right now? If I should edit select file, all PenPot files. Oh no, I don't know what to do here. Your PenPot. I should create a new team. This is. Can I move it? Okay, this is. Can I move it into a project? Do I need to create a new project? Okay, new project. Thunderbird desktop. Let's do this. Move to Thunderbird desktop. Okay. Projects. We got Thunderbird desktop. Now into PenPot. Space I set up for Thunderbird. Okay. So I need to open my email. And I'm gonna try to not share it with everybody. Did you invite me with my Thunderbird email? You should send a view of this to the PenPot desk. yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah, this is like using. How do I didn't get an invite. Let me check these other. I didn't get the beauty of doing things live. There's I didn't get an invite yet. Did it go into spam? Oh, it went into spam. Not spam. Move to. Found it. Inbox. Okay. Invitation to join. Accept invite. Invite invalid. Might be cancelled or maybe expired. That bot. It's fine. It's fine. Let's try it again. Boom. No. Is this? Oh no. PenPot. Again. This is brutal. Okay, I got another one. Nope. I think it's because I am logged. Okay, let me open incognito mode. Copy link. and put it here. I think because I'm logged in as another account. Okay, so I need to, okay, already I create an account. Alessandro at thunderbird.net. Okay, let me open this, my password manager. I'm gonna share my password manager with everybody. But copy password, create account, full name, Alessandro. Oops, I don't even know how to write my name. This is like riveting. This is so exciting. Live streaming is the most exciting live streaming you've ever seen in your life. How to create an account in Pempot. Work. What brings you here to Pempot? Yeah. Which one of the two you use? I'm getting annoyed. Oh, can I skip this? God damn it. What kind of work do you do? Product or UX design. What's your role? Director. What's the size of your company? 3150. Next. I don't care. I don't care. Other. Just exploring. Can I do just exploring next? Okay. Oh no. Event. Okay. No. I don't want to receive anything. No. Continue without a team. Okay. Oh god. Thunderbird. Oh yeah. Oh my god. Alrighty. So where is it? Where is it? Where is it? New file. Drafts. TV desktop. This? No. Oof. This user experience. Yeah, that was kind of rough, you guys. I won't lie. Minimalist wireframe kit. Is this one, Laurel, that you shared? Oh, and in libraries. Oh no. A project. Whiteboard kit like this too? No, 10 days ago. Yes. Okay. Okay. Let's do this. It's blank for you. Okay. Okay. So I can transfer all the stuff there. To transfer the stuff that I did. Oh wow, this is nice. Okay, I can transfer these things here. This is just boom. I'm gonna just copy this and then continue the work on my incognito mode browser. Inside here, I'm gonna open projects, Thunderbird desktop, page 1 is wireframes, and I'm gonna paste this here. Oh, nice! Paste this very nicely. Components should be enabled already. Okay, so assets, components. No. Share libraries. It's here. Can I just pull him in? Yeah, I should put him in, right? That's what you want me to do it. Just pulled this stuff in. This is exciting. I'm getting component loaded to a project. Are you? Why am I not? Okay, let's go back here. Okay, you created this project. You create a new file. If I open this under assets, oh, there you go. It's here. Why don't I have it? I don't have it. Oh my god. Okay, so let's switch it again. Let's copy this. Let's go back to yours. Layers. Wireframes. Yeah, see, you're inside. Yay. Okay, so I'm going to delete, rename this to Customizable shortcuts, whatever. We can rename it the way we want. And then these new file one, we can delete it. It's fine. Delete. Delete. Yeah, this is a little icon, so it shows that we're using a library. Look at us experimenting live with PenPot. This is exciting. Okay, so we got the assets, minimalist assets components. Okay, so I want a shapes. I want a dialogue. I want to start with a dialogue. No, I hate this. Dialogue elements. It's too big. What do I want to use? Many questions. Oh no, it's good. It's good. I start with a shape. Start with rounded rectangle, notification, navigation. Okay. Components, I'm gonna pull them in later. But first, I want to have a very rough. Let's say 1200 by 800. This is a fairly like small 6 pixel rendered, whatever. Gonna do this and then duplicate, move it up. Let's make it a little bit darker. We're gonna simulate our top toolbar here. Can I open this? What is this? What is this button? Why can't I? Oh no. Can I make only this? Can I do separate corners like 6, 6, 0, 0? Does it work that way? No, it does not. Independent corners. Okay. So it was failing. A little bit. Okay, we got this, and then we do the same for our spaces toolbar because we love our spaces toolbar. We always want to use it because the spaces toolbar is awesome, right? Everybody agrees that the spaces toolbar is awesome. How dare you disagreeing with it? Okay, we want the bottom. Only the bottom 6. Okay, and this also we want the I want 6, all of it. Okay. Okay, this is our background, app background, and we're gonna lock it into place. So we're not gonna touch it. Okay, wow. This is stressful. This thing's life is kind of stressful. It's good. It's good. It's good exercise. All right. So let's do a little bit of a quick prototype. So first of all, we want the. I'm gonna try to do it without any layout around here. So let's do it like this. Main overview of all shortcut divided by context. That's the first thing that I want to do. So in general, and if we add components here, I would pretty much use the account hub component because the first time user experience, we have exactly that overview there. So this should be when the user wants to customize shortcuts. We don't want to open a dialog. Do we want to open a dialog? No, we want to open an overlay. Or should be a standalone dialog. That's something for later. But yeah. Okay. Here, all 6. Let's do this completely white, so it's very good. Let's do our wireframes the way that wireframes are supposed to be done. Ugly as hell. I'm not gonna use any text. I'm only going to use squares, gray squares, to put things in place and define the balance. So we know that it's oval or circle. It's what is I don't know shortcuts. What is this? E for ellipse. ellipse. So we got our, actually I don't want a close button. Yeah, no, let's do a close button. Okay. Let's do a close button here. Then we don't need a title. We want a search functionality. So we put our search here, slap it brutal here, and we write search. And these two to be together. Then we want maybe we could have the title here, like section title, something like this, right? Could be section title, example, mail tab, whatever, something like that. Could be in here. The snapping of this is not super smooth, but it's fine. And then we could have the type of structure that we want to have, right? Like we want to have the title of the whatever action title. Then, oops, nope. No, how do I duplicate this? Then we want the shortcut here. And then we want the anything else. We want to have indicators if this was edited or okay. We want indicator if this was edited or not. So we're gonna have some places in which we probably I'm thinking of a edit icon and a reset icon. So yeah, this could be very much a table, right? So if we do something like that, right, we write action. We know that this is the action here, and then we have here that has the shortcut. What did I do? Oh no, why it's so small? Okay, delete this. T shortcut. And then we can have here E for edit, just slap it here, and R for reset. Oh no, why? Sometimes it fails, eh? R for reset. Okay. Shortcut description. What do you mean shortcut description? That's the action, right? Create a new message, create a new event, or delete message, or things like that. No? Oh no. Okay, so let's fix this. Let's call it background. Let's put everything. This is the search. I like to organize my layers so it's easier to close, replace things. Search ball, close, action shortcut all together. Let's slap it all together and put it into shortcuts overlay. And the shortcuts overlay, we got the search. I don't know, maybe some actions might need a longer description. We can put potentially like an info icon if we need a description, but considering these is can be translated, if we assume that a text could be here, this can get very, very long and can destroy kind of the layout a little bit. So a longer description maybe can be in an info icon. Yeah, a tooltip. Yeah, that's good. Hey, this is a perfect We can close this. In scope, shortcuts, actions could have a tooltip if longer description is required. Alrighty, boom. Okay, so here, section title, maybe section BG, section title, section title. You can have this up here. Boom, boom, boom. Section title. This with reset. Actually, but let's do button reset. And here is button edit. Actually, this is good. I want to invert it because potentially every single shortcut has an edit button because you want to edit the shortcut, but not every single shortcut will have a reset button. Only those have been edited. So in terms of, and we're going to see it now because I'm going to duplicate this, but we maintain the balance that way. So why is this selected? Section title, close, shortcut, rectangle, shortcut, action, okay, action name. Okay, we got this. So now let's order it a little bit. Action name, button reset, button, shortcut, bump, shortcut row. We got this row and we duplicate this row now. Yeah, see, sometimes a little bug of PenPot, it remains the highlight of the selection. It doesn't clear the selection until I do this. Just kind of, it's a tiny thing, but it's annoying, you know? Yeah, it remains selected for whatever reason. Okay, duplicate. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, we can say that, for example, if only these are edited, boom, bam, okay. And then we have the same. Oh, no, too much. Raise the distance between 7 pixels. Let's put a 7 pixel. We're gonna do some sizing. Okay, so we want with this intuition here, we want scrollable area here. A little bit smaller. This is our scroll bar. Scroll bar. Okay, so Muzafer, are you going to indicate if the shortcut is default or customized? Maybe a default customized label. No, I want to the objective here, the intuition, and it might change in design when we start doing low fidelity prototypes, but as an indicator, these are like the reset icon only is gonna show up when an action was customized, when a shortcut was customized. So you can see at a glance that these are those that have been edited. We can enhance it in design later. Maybe we can make the shortcut bold or bold and italic, so it's different from the default, but this is a good indicator there. The thing that I want to do, so this instructs that this can be scrolled. We don't want any buttons there in the at the bottom. We don't care. We have this. But one thing that I want to is inside the search, I want to have options to filter. Something like that. I don't know. Let's put F for filter. Filter. So filter like show only customized shortcuts, or I don't know, something like that. This should be inside search. Okay. And then we said like reset all shortcuts, right? Like so, reset to default. We have the reset to default for each one. Do we want a button to reset all shortcuts to default? Maybe, or maybe it's too dangerous, because with that we need a confirmation dialog, right? It might be a little bit annoying. But what are these? What is this? Color palette? Typographies? Oh, fancy. Okay. Yeah, I really don't like that there's this ghost selection that remains here. It's just bothering me a lot. It's not saying, I would say it's saving. Okay, so you could have an option, maybe. What type of option do we want to? So instead of filtering, yeah, this should be. I think a reset all shortcuts to default is a good feature to have, but I don't want to expose it that easily that users can accidentally click on it. Do we really need that reset to default for everything? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna leave it this way. Okay, so we did our main overview of all shortcut divided by context. This we did. Okay. Then filter show only customizable shortcut. We're gonna do a search customizable shortcut, customization prompt, shortcut preview based on user input, warning prompts. Okay, so let's do warning prompts, and in this case here, okay, we want, gonna do something brutal. I'm gonna use path from here to here. Can the path have a... Oh, yay! Oh, I like this. Oh, look at this. Nice. Okay. Boom. Bam. Okay, so here I'm gonna do the little the usual. Path. Okay. Here we want pop-up options, which are show only customized shortcuts. Yeah, this is already super. This is gonna be like a long menu if we do this, but we'll see. We could put it here maybe as an option, right? Oh, we could put it maybe here as an option. Reset all to default. Could do this. Could do this. I don't know. Maybe. Let's put it as an option there. So this is not filters anymore, but this turns into an option, basically. options. And we need to design here. Let's put a little to do. If the filter is on, we need to show an indicator in the UI that results are filtered. Otherwise, if this filter is on and the filter is inside a submenu, that's not visible. It's been almost 2 hours of streaming. The chat is dead. People are dropping. This is exhausting, isn't it? Yeah. This is also to show that, and I'm gonna sound a little bit petty here, but sometimes we get the feedback from the community of, oh, you folks decide on the fly what to do and you just change it without thinking about it, and now you made a mess. Like, look how long it takes to do one simple little things, writing down specs and doing prototypes and start thinking about it. And whenever we do wireframes, we go back to the specs and we extend the specs. Like, it's not fucking easy. It's very complicated. But yeah, it's fine. I shouldn't get upset. It's all right. Sometimes they're right. Sometimes we do things on the fly. Okay. Then oh yeah, I didn't see any coding. Yeah, well, I'm gonna get into coding soon. So thank you, Kelly. Okay, let me duplicate these actually. Duplicate, move it here. The edit. Okay. We can do a little rectangle here and put something here like this, and write this filter active indicator. These are very harsh colors, so let's do one. I don't want them to be too distracting, so one thing that I like about Figma is that when you have something selected and you start editing the color, the selection disappears temporarily, so you can actually see the color. Because right now here you see the selection is on top of the color, and it's not easy. It's not easy to see. Just a little. No, I want something a little bit less obnoxious. Yeah, so something like that. Duplicate. Above everything. Also, this should go inside. What is this? Okay. Menu BG. Show only reset. Path menu BG. Options menu. Okay, filter indicator, filter active indicator. Okay. All right, let's do. Let's copy this. Reset to default. We did. Show only. Whoa, what happened? Search shortcut by name. Okay, we got the search field there. Customization prompt, shortcut preview based on user warning prompts. Okay. Almost there, almost there. Let's go to assets. Let's go to dialogues. Yeah. Can I? Oh, yay. Can I try this? I don't like this. Sorry, Laura, I don't like this. I gotta use this. I'm peaky. Also, my wireframes need to have some style, otherwise I get like upset. Okay, so the customizable part, this is the kind of sketchy, complicated. Not sketchy, but yeah, it's more complicated. Customization dialog. Is this a dialog or is this an overlay also? Prompt overlay. PG. Okay. So here what we want, and I think I'm gonna stop at this now because then the shortcut previews based on user input kind of in there. Yes. Yes, Muzaffar, my expectations are too high. Warning prompts, we can do it later, but a customization prompt and shortcut preview, I think we can handle it. Getting kind of tired here, but what are the informations that we need in a customization thing? So we want something like the name of the action, the current shortcut, and then a space for the new shortcut, and then buttons to cancel and confirm. Okay, let's do all of this. So first of all, these are buttons, wireframes. Give me buttons, wireframes. Give me buttons components. Primary. Oh, look at this. Oh, nice. I like this actually. Okay, save. Cancel. These are nice. Thank you, Kelly. Very gracious. Yes. Save and cancel. Then, okay, what we want here, we want inputs, because the customizable part should have new shortcut here. No, these are not bad. These are not bad. I'm circling back into this. These are not too bad. It's fine. Notes. Okay, I got notes. Notifications. Progress bar. No shapes. We don't need text. Body label. Mega title. Let's use a mega title. Okay. Menus, input, icons, headers. Mobile headers? No, we don't need that. Badge. That's cute. Yeah. Let's use this for the current shortcut. Does it extend on its own? Current. Oh, shortcut. How do I align this to the center? To the center. Is this aligned to the center? I don't think so, right? Oh, this is giving me, because I'm inside the component. Can I align this to the center of the page? I should use Flexboard. Yeah, I should start using Flexboard here, but gonna do it later on. And this is our title. So this is the action name. Let's use some text here. Let's see what type of text. Body, mega subtitle, link title. Let's use body text. Okay. Yep, blah, 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 blah. Action name. And I want a description here. Optional. Action description if needed. This is something that we might have here. How do I align? Oh, it's up here. No, it's not. How do I align this layout? Flex layout. No, I don't want the component flex layout. I want to align this to the page. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. It's fine. I'm gonna just manually do it and align this text to the center. Which it doesn't let me do it, but I can align. Okay. A bit weird. I have to select 2 layers to align. Oh, okay. I see. Oh, this didn't scale. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Muzafer. Boom, boom. Okay. Action name. This should be not body text. Let's see. No label. Mega title. Subtitle. Let's use subtitle here. And this is paragraph text link is fine. Current shortcut, secondary badge, primary badge. Oh no, don't change my text if I change the component. New shortcut. Okay. This should be it, right? This is fine. This is fine. This is fine as an initial thing. Doing like customization prompt. Gonna do this. Done. Shortcut preview based on user input. It's fine. We got that text input there. Warning prompts. So the question here is warning prompts should. Yeah, we don't want another pop-up. So let's do this actually. Badge. No. Where is that? Where is that? Notifications. Do we have a bad notification here? Yeah, let's have a bad notification. Can we turn this? What is this icon? This is a component. Can we change? Oh, yeah, we have icons. Oh my goodness. Oh no, there's no... Fuck. There's no warning icon here. Let's do... Wow, let's leave the warning bell. I wanted exclamation mark icon, but we don't have it. It's fine. So let's slap all this together into customization dialog, and then let's do an example here. If we duplicate this and we say that the create a new message. This should be center. Oh, now it aligned to the center. Okay. Create trigger the compose window when in the mail tab. Something like that. Whatever. Current shortcut is something like control command. This should hey, new requirement. New requirement in scope. Visible. How do I say this? Shortcuts should represent the modifiers matching the user OS. Control versus command. Option versus alt, etc. Okay. So yeah, if I'm on Mac OS and I open these, I should see Command plus N. If I'm on Windows or Linux, it should be Control plus N. But new shortcut, if I write something like, can I write a text? Oh, Okay. Can I write something like control plus W, something like that? I don't know. Oh no, actually our shortcut is control plus Q, if I'm not wrong. Control plus Q. If I do something like that, let's put this at the center. Center it. New shortcut. And I boop, 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 boop. Do we have a disable state? I can put this in opacity. Is there opacity? Yeah, like 30%. And if we are in this situation, we can slap this inside and say, warning, shortcuts already in use for quitting. Okay, so how do we... I don't think we want to add any limitations to keyboard, because sometimes we have a keyboard shortcut like to mark a message red or unread, which is just M. The letter M has no modifier or anything, so could be good. Warning, shortcut already used. Okay, this requires more time, more thinking, because we don't want to just the warning. We want to allow the users to, do you want to override it? And this is a yes or no. Okay, so yeah, I need to spend a little bit more time on this, which is fine. It's needed. Scroll up, scroll up, scroll up, scroll up. Okay. Let's put here to do show a warning and a choice to continue or cancel operation. Okay. Alrighty, so I'm exhausted. It's been 2 hours now, so I'm gonna shut this down. But next step is I'm gonna continue a little bit this and extend it and write extra couple of stuff. Then I'm gonna share this link into the description of this video and in the description of all the following videos. I'm gonna send these out for review, as well as the wireframe out for review. There's gonna be some feedback and things like that. And next Friday, we're gonna look at the feedback that we got, all the messages or the comments or the changes, and then we're going to continue. Most likely next week is going to be design. We're going to start doing some low-level prototypes and continue that. If we are able to move things forward, the week after is going to be high-fidelity design prototypes, and then we can start doing some codings, like some initial definition of coding tasks and coding analysis, and start actually live coding. So yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Oh my god, I'm so tired. Good thing I have a couple of meetings now. Yay. That's fun. It's good. But yeah, no, thank you all for watching this. Hopefully it wasn't too boring or too dreadful or too useless. The objective is to give you a glimpse of our process and how we're trying to do things. I'm gonna share this with everybody around here. Hopefully I'm gonna be able to continue every week doing this. So much fun. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.